Everybody, happy Saturday. I don't have any videos in the backlog right now. I've been busy making a memorial piece and working on that wizard chainsaw carving. But I had this piece I've been working on slowly. This is a piece of that poplar that's off the big tree. It's got some bird's eye in here. It's not the nicest stuff to carve. It's actually when around this bird's eye here, it's really hard to carve. But I thought I'd just make a quick video. I know lots of you people struggle with the noses. So you see how I got that nose to stick farthest off the face already. That's by carving all this wood away behind it and all this wood away. But this nose, if I want to put real eyes in here, say if I put a real eye in there, this nose is short. It would be nicer to have it longer. So I thought I'd make this video how to make a nose longer than have a shorter nose. Because I know lots of people struggle with noses. So we want a bridge of our nose to go about this tall. Like you can see before, it would stop right there. So you don't have much room between the bottom of the nose and the eyes, right? Right in there. Well, I struggle with this problem constantly. So to make the bigger nose, I've already pretend this nose, if you want to make a smaller nose, it's not that hard. All you need to do is just pretend this line was there and then cut that away, then your nose will be smaller, right? If you cut all this wood away here, then you make a smaller nose. But to make the bigger nose, I need to carve all these eyebrows away. So we want our nose to come up to about here. So this line this is just a fantasy face. I'm not trying to carve a realistic face. I'm going to do my carving fusion stuff on it and just have fun and just kind of like a lip there, whatever. So what I need to do, because you see you already got your eyebrows carved there, I need to carve those eyebrows down. I need to carve it deeper. So that's what I'm going to do. I got my Kutzall 4000 with a Kutzall, sorry, my Dremel 4000, the Kutzall burr here. This is a new extreme flame burr. I'm just going to quickly remove all that wood and then recut my eyebrows in and extend right here, all right? So let's turn the fan on. So I'm going to stop there, but you got to remember, since you've already taken that forehead back, when you recut these the eyebrow lines in, so cut, cut, cut under these eyebrows here. When you cut these eyebrows back in, you're going to have to possibly slope your forehead back if you had a bigger forehead. It might not be the case this time though. So this one's got a real small forehead, and this is just me messing around. Thought it might make a useful video. My Dremel's hooked up to an on-off foot pedal. Okay, so there's our eyebrow lines cut in. Now let's cut beside the nose. Now remove the wood underneath the eyebrows. cut beside the nose again. See, cut beside the nose. There. That's how you make a bigger nose. Just cut and remove. So, I don't know if I should keep going with this or just leave that video there. Now you can see how wide I made the bridge of its nose. It's always better to carve it on wide than too thin. It's harder to fix it when it's too thin. So now we can work on making it thinner. So our eyebrows will be up here too. I want to give this guy some fantasy eyebrows, so we're just going to kind of go like this. Sorry. Go like that. Make sure they're kind of equal on both sides. So I'm going to cut beside the nose here, make it a bit, the bridge of the nose a bit thinner. Then I'm going to cut here, and remove some wood in there to make those eyebrows elevated. Okay, there now the bridge of the nose is thinner. We can still carve deeper in here too if we want. Let's do the eyebrows. Oops. Oops. When you're carving, actually, hold on a second here. There you go. Looks like he's got a brain bucket. Maybe I'll just carve a brain in there. When you're carving, I forget what I was going to say. You know, when you're carving different types of faces and stuff like that, that's how you're going to learn how to carve better faces. Does that make sense? So just carve different things. Oh, also, when you're carving this burl wood, like you can see it's darker. Spit test. You can see it's darker down here than it is to up here. It's difficult to carve because this is the harder wood. Then once you get into the more clear wood with no burl in it, it gets really soft. So let me finish. Maybe we'll shape the nose. We'll shape the nostrils and let me clean this up here, make it more smooth, and I'll be back. Oh, you got to split the eyebrows. So you got the bridge of the nose there. So you see those lines here, 1, 2. Okay, so I got it out smooth better. I cut underneath those eyebrows too, on each side, just for something different. So our nose is longer now. You can always cut those eyebrows deeper in if you want. Now the bottom of the nose. My problem, a problem that I struggle with is my noses are always end up too wide because I cut deeper. And when I'm cutting deeper, though, it seems like the nose gets wider at the bottom. So this is not the best example to show here. So that's how much depth we got in the nose. That's lots. So, and I already carved this, but I'll carve a little bit more. So if you pretend your nostrils are going to come up around here, somewhere like that. And if you cut deep in here, down that side, then remove this wood inside here. That's how you can get your cheekbones to stick out, your cheeks to pop out. And if you cut under here, cut and remove some of this wood, that's how your nose, get your nose to pop off more from the face. So let's do a cut under here, not too deep because I already got the depth there. We'll cut under there, remove some of this wood. You know, normally, then what I'm going to do is your nose, it goes like a triangle like that. Follow those two fingers. I'm going to remove some of the wood on the sides to kind of make it like a triangle like that. Does that make sense to you? And I'm going to cut a bit deeper on those sides. So where do we want to do first? Cut under the nose. Now remove some of that wood. Okay, there you go. Now look how much more farther it sticks off just from that little bit of work. Now let's make the nose like a triangle. I just go back and forth from side to side. Okay, so there you can see it's more like a triangle. Good enough. Now, our nostrils. So, up and down. Up and down. Try and make these two things, I don't know what they're called, these smile lines, the same. So, pretend I'm cutting both sides at one time. Up and down. Now, I don't need to carve it much deeper and down in here because you can already see I got depth in there. Okay, so now there's my nostrils cut in there. See those lines? Now I got to remove this wood here on the bridge of the nose. Other side. Just go from side to side. You don't need to do one side. Sometimes you need to cut on sometimes you need to cut on the bridge of the nose here. Out of the way. And just slowly shape it. This guy's got a huge honker. So I see I gotta lower this side of the face to match with the other side. Damn, this is a tricky piece of wood to carve. So there's our nose. I can, this part here. No noses are the same. I don't know. Maybe some are the same, but they're all different. There we go. So now, my noses are always kind of like a honker's. They hang down a bit. Now to fix that problem, all I would have to do is this. Okay, so there you go. Now nostrils, all I do is, excuse me, go up and under. But don't go too close to this edge of the nostril there because you could have a blowout. I always suggest to try new things, kind of round it out. Do those cut lines again. This side right here, it's giving me, side is tricky to carve. Yeah, this side right here is super tricky to carve. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. It's all right. We can slope it more a bit that way. We can round this tip a bit more. We can give our nostrils some more flares. So now, see there? Now I'm looking at the cheekbones. I know this is harder to do with the whiter wood, these videos. Look at these cheekbones. I got to lower this cheekbone a lot more to match this one. I don't know if you guys can see it on there, but see how sunken that is there to this side? It got super soft in there. And it's just me trying to rush it too much. So I got to try and equal that out. I don't know, maybe this wasn't the best piece of wood to show you guys how to fix your nose, but there you can see that both sides are equal. So there you go. There's a quick thing how to make your nose longer. If I want those eyebrows are too high, I can carve those eyebrows down a bit lower. I'm just going to kind of blend them into the forehead. I don't know, just kind of make it work. So I hope that helps some of you. I guess I didn't even need to do all this carving. I guess I just kind of could have drawn those lines on and said remove that wood, and that's how you make your nose longer. But I'll finish carving this, and then I'll show you guys. I'm going to do the carving fusion stuff on it. Yeah. Okay, so I finished carving it. Jordy Johnson, 2024, signed at the J in there, and I called this one Mr. Weirdwood. Yep. There it is, Mr. Weirdwood. I just did all different crazy weird cuts, and I was just carving, having a good time. So, like, just to explain to everybody so you kind of get my point, that's a good screenshot right there, actually. The point of this video was how to make your nose bigger. I know lots of you struggle with the noses. My biggest struggle, I struggle with eyes, I'm going to admit the truth, and my real big struggle is with lips. Even when I used to paint, I could do the faces, I could do the eyes, the nose, forehead, and stuff like that, the cheeks and stuff like that, but I just could always, I always struggled with the lips. So it's just because I haven't done enough, and I haven't challenged myself. So let's put this on the Mr. Weirdwood. Let's get her hung up there. There he is, Mr. Weirdwood. And let's do a carving fusion water test. Give it a few minutes. The water will sink in and go a bit darker. Paint in his eyes there and the nose, but I didn't like how it was too black, so I just this guy kind of looks like he's got that wandering eye. One day that's all right there, but when you go like this eye is too big. It should have been more that way. It's been like a minute. I let the water really, missed a spot. Stand by. Okay, it's been a few minutes now. I got all the wood done. This is poplar. Look at the weird stuff in this wood. You got lots of quilting. So I really shouldn't have carved these things on there and just left it nice and smooth. It's all right. As long as you're having fun. I don't think anything else should really matter. And practice something each time. I practice this bottom lip. It looks a little bit better. I guess the more that you do, the better you're going to get.